Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Community Cup number, the big 19. We've hit 19. We are one away from 20. Now, I need to check something real quick. Okay. I'm just saying, Lyra has been out here talking about some craziness about the ref is rigging, the judge is rigging, but let me tell you, I am out here safe. I ain't done nothing ever. So for this week's EPUs, we are going to be looking at the Oguri Cap for the sprints for the first race. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 EPUs out here today. It's going to be from Feast, the Beast, Lyra, and Awesome Cow. Now, will they be able to put up the numbers? Will they be able to beat out the natural sprinters? That is always the question that I like to see. That's why these are EPUs, baby. Them extra point Umas. So as we start out today, we will be looking at our number 3 favorite right here is going to be Galga's King Halo. At the number 2 favorite, we've got... Hold on, I think I can get this right here. We've got Feast the Beast, Oguri Cap, and then right here at the number 1 favorite, we've got Kunoko's King Halo. Now, for these Oguris, I just want them to be here on the sprint. As long as they have A or higher, they will get those points if they get 1st through 5th. Today, we're going to be here at the Hakodate 1,000 meter track. This is going to be a quick one, so don't you blink. Otherwise, you may miss the entire race itself. I expect to see very fast racers. I expect to see very skillful Umas. And I expect a clean race to the best of our ability. Now, of course, the weather has nothing here as far as any detriments to whether it be rain or snow. So they did get lucky, at least this time around. Hopefully nobody gasses out, but we're going to see what happens here today very soon. Spotlighting the 3 Oguri Caps, they're going to be on the far most portions of this track. However, they will be pace chasers. So we are going to have the... What in the world? This Oguri Cap is out here looking like she wants to be a front runner, and she's like, hey, let me be a part of this action. However, we are going to have that Marzinski and the, I believe, Sagarabakushin O, who will be in 1st place for that front runner. Already, this race is about to come to an end, and the red shift is proc too early with under 400 meters left in the race. We got the Bakushin's Unique, who has proc, and now we have 2 Oguri Caps that are fighting for 1st place. Kern-chan on the outside looks like she's trying to make a difference, but it's just too late. However, it's Bakushin and Oguri Cap, and Oguri Cap! She said, yo, give me them cheeks, baby! He said, hey, I don't even run these courses, and I'm finna run you down. I'm gonna be the one wearing the crown. What's up with it? Oguri Cap taking number 1, Sakura Bakshino taking 2, and I believe an Oguri Cap taking 3. So we do have here in 5th place, we've got Curiously's King Halo. Oh, let's take a look down here at this EPU. Ooh. I don't think this would have been a stamina issue unless Gourmand just didn't proc, but even then, I just don't think it'd be a stam issue. That's tough. Maybe it was a blocked issue. Maybe, I don't know. That is tough. Awesome Cow, though. Big shout outs to you for running this week's EPU. In 5th place, we've got Curiously's King Halo. In 4th place, we've got Cruel's Curran-chan. In 3rd place, an EPU, Feast the Beast, with the Oguri Cap. Man, look at all these skills, bro. Look at all these skills. Great wit, great power. I mean, when you got the brains and the brawn, what else can you ask for? So we're going to have some EPU points here. We got Mercus with the Sakura Bakushin O, a new contender in the Community Cup, getting 2nd place off the bat. Maybe he's somebody that we need to keep our eye on, or maybe this was just a lucky race. And then coming in first, we've got Lyra with the EPU A first place banger. That's what I like to see. Oh, even got the S in sprint, which is crazy. Even more so incredible. First place on the EPU. GG's. 2-hour racers will be back with the mile track very soon. Don't you go nowhere. We are back with our second race. We are looking at the mile. And this time, I'm looking for the Daiwa as a late surger. Now, we do have 2 Daiwas. However, I do believe one of the Daiwas has an E in late surger, and the other one is good. So, just depending on which one places, that should be the one that has the juicy stat for the EPU. However, just because you bring an EPU does not necessarily mean that you're going to be able to get away and take a dub from any of these other racers. So please do not count your chickens before they hatch. Coming in at the number 3 favorite we have right here is Cruel's Seiun Sky. Coming in at the number 2 favorite, all the way over here, we've got Galga's Silent Suzuka. Coming in at the number 1 favorite we have right here is gonna be Hidden's Air Groove. The Air Groove. The PTSD is already coming back to haunt me. Today we're gonna be here at the 1600 meter Chukyo race course. This is gonna be one where it will be a little bit longer than the mile, or excuse me, than the sprint. However, you can still get your cheeks taken and your booty clapped, because we have a lot of very good racers here today. I did see that one of the vodkas, is very juiced. These nice natures are actually, in fact, nice and not evil. And then we do have the other topic of a Seiun Sky is on the field, and if she gets first place, it could just be wraps. So we're going to see what our Umas have here today to offer us as we go ahead and start this race. Now, at least for first place, it does look like, oh, we have a third Daiwa Scarlet, but this one is going to be front running. It looks like maybe potentially pace. Now, we do have that Seiun Sky versus that Silent Suzuka at the very least. That is going to be working its way, and it's going to be fighting for first place. 1,200 meters up to go, and if you take a look way up yonder, we have so many people who are prepped and primed and ready in that late surging position. We do have one Narita Aishin, who looks like she's making her way through the crowds, at least right now, very slowly but surely. 800 meters left in this race, and I cannot tell if our front runners are making enough headway against the late surgers. As this Nemesis procs, as the escape artist procs as well, the angling and scheming happens for this Seiun Sky, and let me tell you, 400 meters left to go in this race, and she is schmoving and grooving. It doesn't look like anybody will be able to catch up to her as of yet. We got Silent Suzuka fighting for second against Nice Nature and Narita Taishin, but as of right now, camera focusing on Seiun Sky, it wasn't even close. Second place goes to Nice Nature. Let me tell you, we are not lore accurate in this house. Anything can happen. Anybody can win. And that just goes to prove to you, Nice Nature coming in second. I have no idea who came in third. Now we'll take a look at the EP. Okay, so this one was the one that was the late E. So that one was a little bit unfortunate, but still big shout outs at least. Oh no, this was a front! This was a front! No! Okay, yeah, that was just super unfortunate then. Let's see, we got Prodigal Dog. Oh, he had a B in late. Okay. Alright, I respect the attempt. Very well done. Oh, and then we got Chenny coming in with an A in late. Still very difficult to run the Daiwa Scarlet as a late surger. I think one of the things that I would have been looking for was to see if they would have taken Pump Some Iron. Maybe get that 6th place, get a little bit of juice from off of that, but that is neither here nor there. Coming in 5th place, we've got Galga's Silent Suzuka. In 4th place, we've got Curiously's Wodka. In 3rd place, we got Feast Narita Taishin. cooking up a storm, bobbing and weaving her way through, and just barely taking that third place by a neck. Then we've got Lyra's A Nice Nature racking up the points, coming in second place with that Nice Nature, and then Cruel running away with the win on the Seiun Sky. I'll tell you, there's no better feeling than grabbing first place when it comes to using a Seiun Sky. We love to see it. GG's, we'll be back with our medium race. Don't go anywhere. We're back with the medium track today. Now, what I was looking for in this week's EPU was going to be a Biwa Hayahide on the front lines, and it doesn't look like we are going to have that. However, what we will have today is a summer special week and a summer Maruzensky, as well as the TM Opera O. The one thing that I've learned with TM Opera O is that you can never count her out, and you can never not give her the spotlight, because if you do and you count her out, she will make you regret it very quickly. A lesson learned very, very quickly. Now, when it comes to our number 3 favorite, we've got right here is Kunoko's Agnes Tachyon. Coming in at number 2, we have, right here, we got Hidden's Megito McQueen, the normal version. And then coming in at the number 1 favorite we have right here is Curiously's TM Opera O. Now, in most situations, I would say being the number 1 favorite just may mean you have a lot of fans, but Curiously, a very big contender for points. So maybe here today at the Tokyo 2000 meter course, he will show us the way in which TM Opera O sets the stage and gives us the grand finale of a potential first place. Now, we will have other contenders here. We're going to have someone like a Gold Ship. The McQueen can never be slept on, as well as the ever gambling Megito Ryan. So we do have a Megito potential family team kill in this race. Narita Bryan, as well as the Summers of Special Week and Maruzensky, are going to be here today as well. As this race takes off, we're going to be looking at the Summer Maruzensky, also known as Smaru, as our sole front runner. The big problem that is very scary with that is that she may not have enough competition to push her forward and really make a big lead away from those late surgers and front runners. The other thing that we have to take note of is that the pace chasers are right on her tail. As soon as that position keep ends, I fear for what may happen to this Smaru. With about 1,200 meters left to go in this race, we are coming to the halfway point, and we're still having that Smaru in first place. So many late surgers waiting to get ready to take off and potentially catch up to the Smaru. Her unique goes off, and she's still holding first for right now. But with 800 meters left to go in this race, Gold Ship on the outer end, we do have the TM Opera O unique popping off, but it looks like there may be a problem of being blocked. The Let's Pump Some Iron procs on the Megito Ryan. There's so many late surgers and end closers that are making their way forward. However, Smaru is making a lead that cannot be broken, and it looks like she may run away with first place in her potential debut, because I don't remember, and it looks like it's not even gonna be a contender even close to her. Second place is gonna go to Agnes Tachyon, third to Grass Wonder, and let me tell you, Smaru took off and never let off the gas. Craziness from a solo front runner, by the way. That is not your typical thing that should happen when it comes to these front runners. Now, we have very polar opposites for potential debuts, because of course I forgot. We've got the Summer Special Week in last place, and then we've got the Summer Maru in first place. Coming in at 5th place, though, we do have Hidden's Megito McQueen, the normal version. We've got Galga's Megito Ryan taking 4th place. We've got Prodigal Dogs, Grass Wonder coming in 3rd place. Big dubs. In 2nd, we've got Kunoko's Agnes Tachyon. Look at this stamina. I just can't even... oh, no. Okay, it's the guts. I was about to say, how in the world... Okay, but 974 gut. What in the world? Okay, hey, you know what? You popped off. You popped off. Okay. Kunoko with the funky build, but still coming in on the 2nd place. And then we've got Mercus making 1st place with the Smaru S Medium S Turf Omega Juicer. GG's. It looks like we have a new player on the field that we may need to kind of have a little bit of focus on, a little bit of spotlight. But we'll be back with the long momentarily. Don't go anywhere. Coming into the long race, what I was looking for was the Silence Suzuka as a front runner. I do know we have many Suzuka enjoyers here. We've got Cruel and Yotes that have made the Silent Suzuka work. We also have Chenny with Silent Suzuka as well. Oh, I'm running mine as a camera Uma in case there was a Narita Taishin trying to keep up with her to not like screw her over. That actually does not look good on me because I'm the only one that does have great as well. So while that does look so very suspicious, I promise it's got nothing to do with me. That's got everything to do with their trainers and the potential mood here with this rainy weather today. Now, y'all know that long is my favorite and I love it when it rains. However, coming in at the 3rd favorite, way down yonder, is going to be Hidden's Agnes Tachyon. Coming in at the number 2 favorite. Let me see, where am I at? Oh yeah, here we go. Coming in at the number 2 favorite here, we've got Mercus's Mihono Bourbon. And then coming in at the number 1 favorite, we've got Curiously's Narita Brian. Now, these Silent Suzukas, I do believe, have a very interesting shot at taking 1st place here today at the Kokura 2600 meter course. I do want to give a massive shout out to all the participants for this group and the future groups. I could not run these community events without y'all. This was live streamed at twitch.tv/Tuglow and YouTube LOL Tuglow OP. If you want to catch these races and join, you can always be here on Tuesdays around that 9:30 p.m. Central Time, and then just convert that as you see fit. Now, will this Gundam Bourbon show them why the long tracks are a little bit more her style, or will these other Silent Suzukas show her that she should be lucky that they are not normally here today? As we take a look, we're going to have a couple Narita Taishins as well as a gold ship. We've got 3 different Silent Suzukas who are going to be trying to fight the Gundam Bourbon for 1st place, and it doesn't look too hot as of right now. Maybe the rain is playing too many tricks on them, or maybe they are just potentially trying to outwit their Gundam Bourbon opponent. In the pace chasing position, we do have 2 Agnes Tachyons, a Rice Shower, and an Anime Teo. Maybe she'll be able to pop off here, get a dub in the anime outfit, or maybe she will still be winless. We do have the Narita Brian that looks like as our only late surger, and 2 Narita Taishins and a gold ship in that end closing position. The Sleeping Lion has awoken, and that means, ladies and gents, we have an interesting race on our hands. Maybe the Lion will wake and roar into 1st place. Gundam Bourbon still holding that 1st place position with 1,400 meters left to go, and these Silent Suzukas are falling very quickly but to the wayside. These pace chasers are already gathering and they're already making their way forward. However, this Gundam Bourbon stands strong and stands tall. She has created a relatively good lead with 1,000 meters left to go as we're about to enter into the final leg. If we take a look, we do have the double Taishins and the gold ship who are pushing forward, and it looks like they may start getting ready to make their way going into their final spurts. Our pace chasers are starting to take off, and now Gundam Bourbon looks like she is in trouble. We've got the Narita Brian on the outer edge, who is soaring into 1st place. It's not even close right now. We do have the Anime Teo and the Agnes Tachyon right on her tail, but that Narita Bryan is just running home with it. She said, "This is the perfect time for me to show you the lone wolf of the late surging area, and I'm gonna claim first place, baby." Second goes to Anime Teo, who actually takes a podium. And last but not least, for the third place, I do believe the Narita Taishin steals the third away from what looked to be Agnes Tachyon. Unfortunately, all of our silent Suzukas that were the EPUs fell to the wayside, but they did try their very best. Even with the long S, it still wasn't enough to turn around and take a dub. We also have, so the first one was Yotsu's Suzuka. We've got Chenny's Suzuka here as well. Oh, yeah, 1, 2. We also have Cruel's Silence Suzuka as well. A lot of good stamina here. I'm just curious if it was maybe the power or the wit. Coming in 5th place, we've got Kunoko's Rice Shower. In 4th place, we've got... Oh, wait! Oh, wow! I thought the Narita Taishin won out! Oh, snap! Lyra's Narita Taishin evading being banned by a nose. Maybe it was all planned and calculated. Hidden's Agnes Tachyon taking 3rd place. We've got Feast, the Beast, Anime Teo taking 2nd place. I'm actually so happy that she did get a podium. That is so sick to see. I'm very, very happy with this. And then, curiously, taking home the 1st place with the Narita Bryan. GG's will be back with our last and final qualifying race of Group A. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gents, we are back with our last qualifying race for the Dirt. Now, I will say there are 2 stipulations for these EPUs. You can either have an A in front and a B in dirt, or you can have a B in dirt and an A in front. So, we'll have to make sure to double check all of these Umas. However, we do have Feast running an El Condor Pasa for front. We've got Prodigal Dog as well. And then we also have Awesome Cow running the front as well as Lyra. So we do have a lot of El Condor Pasas here today. And one thing that we haven't seen is when it comes to the El Condor Pasa stonks, it's typically like 1 or 2 versus like a bunch of variety. However, we have a lot of passes here today. So what will we see and what will we find? Now, coming in... Oh, oops. Coming in at the number 3 spot, we've got Feast, El Condor Pasa. At the number 2 favorite, we have Cruel, Smart Falcon. And right next door, we've got Hidden's Haru Urara as the number 1 favorite. Now, just because you are the favorite does not necessarily mean that you are going to be able to take the win. We are going to be here at the Kyoto 1800 meter dirt course. This is going to be a mile course, racetrack, whatever you want to call it. Now, I did get to have a little bit of fun and tease a couple people because I was like, oh yeah, you know, it may be a sprint, be a medium, you never know. But of course, you know, I'm not that dastardly and that dubious. Regardless of what StarCraft may say, I'm innocent until proven guilty. Now, what's not going to be innocent are these racers here today because they will be cooking up a storm. And as we go ahead and get ready to go, looks like maybe, potentially, Smart Falcon is going to be running into the lead. And if she gets her unique proc, that could spell trouble very early on for the rest of these racers. As we go into the mid-leg, it looks like, oh, she was not able to get it just yet. Maybe there will be a world where she does. However, Smart Falcon did not get to proc her unique early on. Now, I could have missed it, but I did not see it So that's, oh, there it is right there. The Sparkly Stardom does proc. And at least for right now, she will be able to hold her ground against these other El Condor passes. With the Haru Uraras leading in the back portion of the race, they are going to start moving up just a little bit. We do have an Oguri Cap who is positioning very aggressively with 800 meters left to go in this race. And it looks like she's going to be wanting to take that early lead as soon as the final leg begins. Now with Smart Falcon, will she have the Seiun Sky ult? I don't know, unfortunately. But right now, as we round this corner, we do have the Oguri Cap who's looking very, very aggressive. We've got an El Condor Pasa as well that's trying to make their way up. However, as we're fighting for first place, Smart Falcon's barely holding on. The Triumphant Pulse procs, and now they are starting to overtake the Smart Falcon. Oguri Cap takes the lead and takes the victory for first place. It did look very, very close for the Smart Falcon and a different Oguri Cap. I have no idea which one took second place, but it was by a nose and it was very, very close. Taking a look here today, we've got Prodigal Dogs, El Condor Pasita. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. It's a word that I made up off the top of my head. Coming here, we've got Feast El Condor Pasa as well. It could have been blocked, but these are some very solid stats. We've got Lyra's El Condor Pasa that was also ran as a front. Had the S in dirt as well, so extra little bit of power there. Let's see, Yotz's was a pace. We've got Awesome Cows as the A in front and dirt. Very unfortunate here. We've got Curiously making waves with the El Condor Pasa, but that was a pace, so there is no EPU points there. We've got Hidden's Haru Urara making 4th place. We've got Kunoko with the Oguri Cap getting 3rd place. That had 1200 power, what y'all know about that. We've got Cruel's Smart Falcon taking 2nd place. Bit of juice right here. And then we've got Mercus, aka he done Merc damn near all of y'all. That's crazy. With the Oguri Cap, with the pace. GG's, we will be back with group number B very soon. Don't y'all go nowhere. Ladies and gents, we are back with group number B for the sprint of the same races. Now, we don't have any EPUs here today. We don't have any Oguri Caps. But what we do have is a lot of Sakura Bakushin O's. Let me tell you, we have the scariest monster known to ever grace my community events, and it is an Air Groove in Sprint. If you were there for that night, of Debut Derby, you know how much PTSD the Sprint Air Groove gave. So I know that they are the 6th favorite, but I want to highlight this is the character to watch out for. Whether they pop off or whether they don't, I fear an Air Groove. Now coming in at the number 3 position, number 3 favorite, we do have the Laguna Zero's Sakura Bakushin O. Coming in at the number 2 favorite, right here, we have Lazy Ark's Sakura Bakushin O. And then coming in at the number 1 favorite is way down yonder, Butosei's Sakura Bakushin O. This race is brought to you and sponsored by Daifos Gene 49. We are here at the Hakodate 1000 meter race track. And this is in honor of Daifos. Now, will the Air Groove turn around and pop off like I have been kind of hyping the Air Groove up? I've been putting a lot of stonks into it. Or will somebody destroy the fear that has been built within me and several members of my community when it comes to the Sprint Air Groove? That one night of Debut Derby was more than enough to give us all terrible nightmares. Going into this race, we are going to have a Summer Marozensky who will be fighting for that front-running position, as well as other Sakura Bakushin O's. Now, it does look like we have a late start from that Smaru, so it's not going to be too healthy for her. Will she be able to push forward and actually do something here, or will she be too late, and is she going to be fallen down by the wayside? Now, as we progress with this race, it looks like a very front-heavy lobby. We have so many front runners, and I would assume pace chasers, but they are all so closely connected that it does not even matter. Going into the final leg, we do have Air Groove. I'm telling you, sitting in number 1, 200 meters left. She's fighting for her life. We've got the two Sakura Bakushin O's trying to do the same. However, Current-chan is trying to make her name for it, but Sakura Bakushin O actually takes first place. No, I will say, at the very least, Air Groove did not get first place, but let me tell you, she's still podiumed, and she is still a monster in sprints. It's so bad that genuinely, whenever Alharu comes around, I'm probably going to make it Air Groove for my sprint team trials because it's just so disgustingly nasty. So let's go ahead and take a look at who we have in our top 5. We've got Laguna Zero's Sakura Bakushin O. We've got C Poke, Sakura Bakushin O, coming in at number 4. We've got RD Gamer's Current-chan coming in at 3rd place. Coming in at 2nd place, we've got Pavlova's Air Groove. Yo, Daifos, oh my days, man. Literally out here sponsoring this whole race for the Air Groove. I can't even be mad at it. Lazy Art coming in 1st place with that Sakura Bakushin O. GG's, we'll be back with the next race. Don't go anywhere. We are back with the next race. We are here at the Chukyo 1600 meter course. And once again, we do have the Daiwa Scarlet that we are going to be highlighting as long as they get the late race. Now, Horion is going to be the only one running the EPU, and we only have 2 people with bad or awful. So technically, I'm just saying, it's never rigged. I ain't got nothing to do with it. No matter what the allegations say, I am clean as a whistle, and I am innocent as can be. Now, coming in at the 3rd favorite, we do have C-Poke's Gold City. Coming in at the number 2 favorite, we have Roy D's Seiun Sky. And coming in at the number 1 favorite, I think I can get the... I can't get the... Over here, down yonder, is Lazy Art's Gold City. Now, here, once again, at the 1600 meter Chukyo turf, one thing that I can say is Gold City is not necessarily a frequent flyer around these parts. However, I am very excited to see her here and to see if she will pop off or if she will drop off. Compared to our other racers here, we do have the Grass Wonder, the Daiwa Scarlet, we've got the Maruzensky Normal, and we do have that ever so scary Seiun Sky. If she keeps the lead, there is always a chance. Even if she's a solo front runner, you can never count her out. So we always have to be weary of the Seiun Sky. Now, as we go ahead and push forward into this race, we do, I believe that was a late start for that Maruzensky as she's trying to play catch up against the other front-running Sakura Bakushin O and Seiun Sky. Unfortunately, so the Summer Maru is going to be lagging behind as well, unless that is just genuinely a pace chaser, which I would highly doubt. Now, when we go looking at the late surgers, we have the Daiwa Scarlet EPU, we've got the 2 Gold Cities, and we've got that Megiddo Ryan, as well as the Grass Wonder. About halfway through this race, we are still looking at the Seiun Sky in the number 1 place. Maruzensky's made her way up to 2, but it is not enough so far. We're keeping it real with the Gold Cities, and the Redshift is proccing. However, there may be a little carryover, but as of right now, it's not looking too good. Roy D gets the angling and scheming, and RD Gamer gets the let's pump some iron. As they're pushing forward, Seiun Sky's lead is just growing ever so massively. The Megiddo Ryan is not picking up any pace, and it looks like Seiun Sky will run away with this race. We've got Gold City coming in at second place, and it looks like, I have no idea who made it into third. It's completely beyond me. It looked like a blur, but it was neck and neck for third, fourth, going into, I believe, fifth as well. As we take a look at this, where is my... It looks like we have an EPU in the top 5. So 5th place is going to go to Lazy Arcs, Gold City. 4th place, we're going to have Butosei's Marozensky. In 3rd place, Horion coming out strong with the EPU, baby. He doubted the B+, and I told him, no, you don't gotta doubt. I said, I got faith in the EPU, and she came through and got a podium. Daiwa Scarlet, late surger, even with the S on the style aptitude, popping off. GG's on that Horion. We've got Sipo coming into 2nd place with the Gold City, a massive juicer here. Very big stats, very juicy indeed. And the ever so scary front runner, Roy D with the Seiun Sky. Absolute domination popping off. You love to see it. Ladies and gents, that was our mile race. We'll be back with medium. Don't go anywhere. All right, ladies and gents, after the craziness that has been going on in the stream, if you ain't there, make sure you be there, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to pop off. We are on the medium track, and this time I am looking for a Biwa Hayahide, and I have not had one just yet. So we're going to see what these racers can bring to the table and bring to this track. However, at the very least, we are going to have the Laguna Zeros TM Opera O. Coming in at the second favorite is Horion's Seiun Sky. And coming in at the number 1 favorite, we do have Roy D's Gundam Bourbon. Now, we are here back at the Tokyo 2,000 meter race track. And this, as always, we always need to be careful of a Seiun Sky. Will the Gundam Bourbon be able to turn around and show her that, hey, Gundams can fly faster than Umas can run? Will we have the TM Opera O popping off? Will we have a random winning ticket showcase her, cash that ticket in? Cash that money in the bank in? Or will it be another Uma here today? We gonna have to wait and find out. We're gonna have a massive battle of the fronts coming out here soon, as well as the TM Opera O, the late surger, potentially summer special week, Narita Brian, and the Megiddo Ryan and Gold Ship here today. As we go ahead and kick off this race, that Gundam Bourbon is going to hold in first place. Seiun Sky is going to be looking to try to overtake, as well as the Summer Marozensky trying to push up as well. Seiun Sky is going to hit a couple wit checks as she's going to be moving forward, taking the first place away from Gundam Bourbon. And the Narita Brian is going to be popping off as well. TM Opera O looking a little solo as she's trying to make her way forward. And then we do have our back of the pack, our caboose, if you will, of the track, who I would love to assume will be making their moves very soon. One thing that is going to be very scary is the Seiun Sky is holding first place as of right now. We're about to enter into the final leg, and that is the worst case scenario that anybody could ever ask for when racing against a Seiun Sky. Gundam Bourbon just cannot get anything to go off, and Horion's Seiun Sky said, you may be a Gundam, but you ran out of fuel, because I'm finna take off and we blasting out of here. She's going to hold first place. 400 meters left to go. And at the very least, Gundam Bourbon is holding second place for right now. We've got Narita Bryan trying to chase her in third. We've got the TM Opera O who's trying to push forward, but just is not covering distance. First place is going to be going over to the Seiun Sky. Narita Bryan trying and not making it just yet. Getting third place, second place going to the Gundam Bourbon. That just goes to show you how difficult Seiun Sky is. She said, you may be a Gundam, but I rule the skies. It's in my name, matter of fact. And let me tell you, winning is the game. Hoo-wee! Coming in fifth place, we've got Laguna Zero's TM Opera O. In fourth place, we've got Butosei's Mejiro Ryan. In third place, we've got Lazy Ark's Narita Bryan. In second place, we've got Roy D's Gundam Bourbon. And in first place, we've got Horion's Seiun Sky. Look at that. Not even 1200 speed, and she's still cooking. Great race all around. We'll be back with our long distance next. Don't go anywhere. We are back with the long race for group number B. Taking a look at our moods, we're not looking too terrible. And also, taking a look at the EPUs, we do have one EPU racer. That's going to be Butosei with the Silent Suzuka. Now, will she be able to juice up and prove to us that she can potentially snag a top 5? Or will she fall to the wayside as well, like we saw in group number A? Now, coming in at the number 3 favorite, we do have Roy D's Daiwa Scarlet. Coming in at the number 2 favorite, we have Lazy Ark's Narita Taishin. And coming in at the number 1 favorite, we have Pavlova's Tokai Teo. Now, regardless of what may be said, here at the Kokura 2600 meter race track course, however you want to say it, we have 2 Tokai Teos in the building. And while, yes, I may spotlight them a little bit more than others, yes, they may be my current favorite character. Yes, I am very happy to see 2 Tokai Teos. But no, I will not be biased when it comes to hoping that they win top 3, top 5. Now, regardless of how you want to take that information of what I just told you, that's up to you there, partner. But I'm very happy to see 2 Tokai Teos here, and I'm always rooting for them. Now, will they be able to pull off a miracle and get some dubs here today? That is something we'll have to find out very, very soon. Now, fighting for the first place, we do have the Silent Suzuka, and we do have a front-running Daiwa Scarlet. So hopefully we can get enough room and really make a huge enough lead away from the gold ships that we have in the back, or the Miyano Top Gun as well, so that way we can get that first place spot. Now, as we're fighting, we do have these wit checks popping off for us. 2,000 meters left to go in this race. At 3-4, we have the Tokai Teo sitting at 5th place. That, I believe, may be a late surger or a pace chaser, is going to be that Narita Bryan. Falling in suit, we do have the Miyano Top Gun, the 2 gold ships, and that Narita Taishin as well. 1,600 meters left in this track, and we are still fighting for that first place spot. We do love to see that. That will still continue giving us enough competition between each other to get away from these gold ships, get away from the Narita Taishin. So that's what we do like to see here. The anchors away does go off for both of the gold ships, and we are hoping that with 1,200 meters left that we can get enough of a lead. Now, Daiwa Scarlet is holding first place. We're about to enter into that final leg. Silent Suzuka, unfortunately, is just not pushing forward hard enough. She does look like she is getting a little bit unstable here, and as she falls further back, that is never a good sign for a front runner. We do have both of the Tokai Teos looking to try to move. Now Gold Ship is kicking it into gear. She took the anchor out, and she said it's full sail ahead. Full speed ahead. Now, as we're rounding the corner, Daiwa Scarlet's trying to keep her lead. However, Tokai Teo said, let me move on in and take that from you. Gold Ship 1, Gold Ship 2, they are moving in, trying to make their way forward. Narita Taishin, she's bobbing and weaving. Smaller frame, but let me tell you, big heart. Gold Ship number 1 pushing forward, and she's going to be the one that's going to take first place. I do believe we had a Tokai Teo take second. As far as 3, 4, 5, I have no idea. There was too much action going on to even call it. We have by a neck, by 3/4, by a nose. As far as our 1, 2, 3, 4, that was a very tightly packed race here today. Now, I'm going to just click on this Tokai Teo because I can. Interesting. We have the guts here to supplement the stamina. I don't know if any of these skills procced. Maybe that hurt. But also, the lack of mid skills also pushes the Tokai Teo backwards just a little bit. Unfortunately so, Buto says Silent Suzuka fell to the wayside as well. Whether we chalk it up to the wit, whether we chalk it up to the power, that is very unfortunate for her. However, coming in at 5th place, we do have Roy D's Daiwa Scarlet. At 4th, we have Q1 Anna's Gold Ship. In 3rd, we've got Lazy Ark's Narita Taishin coming in with that 1105 speed, 1090 stamina. In 2nd, we've got Horion is literally carrying my hopes and dreams for every race that this man has entered into. 2nd place on the Tokai Teo. Absolutely love to see it. And then in 1st place, we've got Laguna Zero's Gold Ship. Genuinely, how? Genuinely, literally, how? What do we even say here? Under 1,000 stats on everything. Gold Ship, crazy unique. Long, literally thriving in the long distance track. Absolute Sin Uma. One may even say, I see you. But what a great race from this Gold Ship. Absolute domination. We'll be back with our dirt course. Don't go anywhere. With our last and qualifying race for group number B, I was looking for a Pasa to be in the front. Now, we do have Q1 Anna's. I don't know what the stipulations are here. And then we only have paces here. So I'll have to take a look and see if Q1 Anna's El Condor Pasa is going to be qualifying for the EPU status. But that is going to be our only EPU here today. Potentially. Coming in at the number 3 favorite, we do have Laguna Zero's El Condor Pasa. Coming in at the number 2 favorite, we got Pavlova's Haru Urara. And coming in at the number 1 favorite, we have Butosei's Smart Falcon. Now, we do have 2 Smart Falcons here at the Kyoto 1800 meter race track. This is one that, as you all know, it is very important for Seiun Sky to be in first place as they enter into that final leg area. And it is even more so important for Smart Falcon to be in first place entering into that middle leg, so her unique can proc and so she can turn around and really just push forward with that lead. Now, because we are on a dirt track, we don't have to worry about Seiun Sky. But we do have the ever-increasing, the ever-rising stonks that is El Condor Pasa. Now, when it comes to her, we do have, I believe, 1 front, a couple paces, and I believe the Fantasy is going to be in a late surging position. Now, it is going to be 1 Smart Falcon, I do believe, potentially had a late start, and she just cannot get pushing forward. It looks like she is blocked, and that is going to be very unfortunate for her. However, as we're moving forward, we do have the battle of the Smart Falcons. Which one's gonna win? We about to find out right now. Hello? There we go. Sea Pokes. Smart Falcon is gonna win that unique race. We do have 3, 4, 5 is going to be El Condor Pasa. One of them was supposed to be a front runner, and I just don't know which one it is. They must have late started and fell behind as well. Unfortunately so, the other Smart Falcon is just going to be so far back, she looks like she's late surging. And then we do have the Fantasy in the very back, hopefully going to start be pushing forward soon, but man, it is looking scary for her. This Smart Falcon in the front is moving forward. She is pushing forward and trying to go away with this race. However, nobody else is trying to cover the distance. What's going on here? We do have Roy D's Porplanca popping up on that pace Pasa, but will she be able to push forward? Was there enough distance created? I don't know, but it's getting close, and we're gonna look like it's gonna be Pasa. I'm telling you, these stonks don't ever drop. You need to get in by now and just ride the wave out, because these stocks don't ever drop, man. El Condor Pasa taking first place, bro. Woo! The Pasa stonks have never declined, and that's all I'm gonna say. That is all I'm gonna say. Q1 Anna, ooh, I will. Hey, Q1 Anna, if they were able to actually grab a top 5, would have qualified for being an EPU. Absolutely disgusting work right there. Unfortunately, only made 7th place. Now, I'm curious, was there a late start? Was there not enough stamina? I don't know. However, that will... Oh, man, that was juicy. Coming in 5th place, though, we do have Pavlova's Haru Urara. In 4th place, we have Lazy Ark's Fantasy El Condor Pasa. Be careful not to stare too closely at the sun, because you will be blinded. Coming in 3rd place, we've got Laguna Zero's El Condor Pasa. In 2nd, we've got Sea Pokes Smart Falcon. Now, I'm very curious if this gassed out. I don't know if what had happened there, but she was schmoovin' and grooving, but just was not able to close it out. And then coming in 1st place, we've got Roy D's El Condor Pasa. The S-Mile giving that extra 123-ish speed. Absolute juicing, especially when we look at the mid-game skills. Chef's kiss. My compliments to the chef, please. Absolutely disgusting. GG. We will be back with Group C momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Group number C after a small little intermission. And we are not looking too hot as far as these moods. Oh man, these moods are not looking good. In this track, back to the sprint, I did ask for the Oguris. So we do have Teki with the Oguri. We got Miyuki with the Oguri, as well as Meifu. Now, I do believe in group number A, I believe we had a top 5 Oguri. I could be wrong, but I would love to assume that maybe if we did not have one in group number A, we can have one here in group number C. And so, starting out, we're going to have Meifu, Lay Down Over Yonder, is going to be our 3rd favorite with that Oguri Cap on the sprint track. We've got, coming in at the number 2 favorite, we've got Teki's Oguri Cap. And then at the number 1 favorite, we do have right here is Nox's King Halo. Now, like I said, we are going to be here at the 1,000 meter Hakodate sprint track. This is going to be a quick one. Sprints are always very difficult for me to commentate, because just as I'm getting into the groove, we are already finishing the race. And so if I were to say anything for my style of commentating, I definitely would be a medium to a long commentator. We're going to learn, get better on the miles and the sprints. I'll be damned if I don't. And so we're going to be looking at this King Halo. Going to be our first favorite here today, whether that be by fans or by stats. One thing with the King Halo is we are going to be looking from that come from the back and just zoom on forward. I do believe she's going to be our late surger here today. Now, kicking off this race, we gonna have quite a bit of Sakura Boxing O's that are gonna be taken off with 800 meters left in this track. They are holding that 1, 2, 3, and now we have so many pace chasers that are just waiting. They are ready to pounce and just get into position. With the sprints, it's so quick and so difficult. The Oguris are so blockaded. They are so just in the middle of everything. We already have a King Halo who's sitting in 4th place. Karen-chan has good positioning. She's not blocked, and she is going forward. But Taiki's shuttle breaks through the middle and is trying to push, but Sakura Bakshino is still holding strong, and she's going to take 1st place. Taiki's shuttle 2, and I don't know, for 3, 4, 5. Woo! These sprints, man, they are so difficult. We've got by the neck, by 1 length, and then by the nose. That's how you know it is just so tough. Now, I will say, that was a very difficult and unfortunate race. We do have techies. Oguri Cap. Dude, look at how good these skills are. And it's because it's a sprint, man. There's just no room to pop off. We've got Miyuki's as well. Dude, great skills. Dude, how can you ask for anything better? Like, dude, it's so tough to see this because we just see them blockaded. And we just see them getting into such unfortunate positions. Even so, by the nose. By the nose. You could have had 6 points by the nose. Barely not able to scrape out the EPU win. I will say that breaks my heart. My achy, breaking heart. Oh. Coming in 5th place by the nose, we've got Kunimitsu's Sakura Bakushin O. Coming in 4th place by the nose is Draguin's Karen-chan. Coming in 3rd place, we've got Joe's Taiki's Shuttle. Coming in 2nd place, we've got Gary's Taiki Shuttle as well. And then coming in 1st place, just like it in the name, Chaotic Thief stealing away with the Sakura Bakushin O, them 5 juicy points. GG's will be back with our mile race. Don't go anywhere. Starting here in the mile track, we do have... We are going to have a lot of juicers here today. This is going to be a very interesting one. I was asking for the Daiwa late. I do see Kahlua has one. Hopefully we have the A or higher. And then we have Mayfu running the Daiwa Scarlet late as well. We haven't seen any success. We haven't seen any success from the late surging Daiwas. Maybe we may see it here, or trend could continue and we'd not have a very good run. Coming into the 3rd favorite, we have Nox's Karen-chan. Coming in at the number 2 favorite, we do have Joe's Narita Brian. Coming in at the number 1 favorite, we have Draguin's Seiun Sky. Now, remember, just because we are favored, it does not mean that we are necessarily guaranteed to win this race. We've seen many upsets here in Community Cup, not even in just tonight, but in past Community Cups as well. So, here at the Chukyo 1600 meter turf race course, will the Daiwa Scarlets be able to turn around and get a dub? At least top 5? Or will they still stay underneath in that success? Now, once again, Seiun Sky can easily run away with it. That is something that we need to be careful of, and we need to make sure doesn't happen. Typically, I would love to say that Daiwa would be able to give her a run for her money. However, in here today, it is going to be very, very tough. What in the world? Somebody help me. Is this a front-running Oguri? What is going on? Because one, she's already fighting against the other Seiun Sky, but two, she looked like she was trying to fight against the very first Seiun Sky, so this is going to be very interesting and very scary. However, that front Seiun Sky is going to be holding the lead very strongly with 1,000 meters left to go in this race. Fourth place, we've got Current Sean. 5 is going to go to Naughty to Brian. We do have King Halo's, Techie Shuttles, and many Daiwa Scarlets ready to rumble. We do have that Hishi Amazon in the very back, maybe potentially going to be able to do some work. We got that look at Curran as she pushes up into second place. The shooting for victory is going to be a little bit too early. Hopefully we have some speed carry over. Seiun Sky now is going to be angling. She's going to be scheming. We got the Furious Feet. We've got the Unstrained. Everything is popping off. However, the only thing that matters, the only thing that everybody else can see is Seiun Sky in first place. Karen-chan is trying to make a difference in second. However, she is just not pushing up quick enough. Wodka is trying to do the same, but she can't even get close. Seiun Sky comes in at number 1. Karen-chan holds number 2, and believe Wodka is 3-4. Very tough race for those Daiwa Scarlets. It's even more so difficult because she doesn't get to really take advantage of her unique proc. So you are fighting without a unique. Meifu, massive shout out. Look at how crazy this is. Now, I will say one thing that does worry me is the stamina. I don't know if that lives. One other thing that we did make mentions of is in potentially the positioning for the Megito Ryan skill as a late surger. I'm curious if that would have made any difference there. Kahlua, big shout out to you as well. Running the late Daiwa Scarlet, getting the Hot Springs ticket as well. And at the very least, if you don't gas out, maybe you have that straightaway recovery to help you. And this is kind of what I was looking for. I don't know if these procced, but there is a chance that they might have, and maybe it just was not enough. Maybe it's just not in the cards for Daiwa Scarlet, but if anything, I respect so greatly any EPU player. And I hope that y'all always have fun with those EPU runs. Coming in 5th place, we do have Joe's Narita Brian. In 4th place, we've got Techie's Wodka. In 3rd, we've got Gary's Wodka as well. Juicer, by the way. Extraordinary Empress, I don't know what that means. In 2nd, we've got Nox's Curran-chan actually getting that proc off for the unique. And coming in at 1st place is Draguin's Seiun Sky. We have found out tonight that when Seiun gets into the ring, she is always ready to rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, GG's will be back with our medium track very soon. Don't go anywhere. We're back here with our next set of, well, not next set of racers, but at least our next track. You got to give a massive shout out to Miyuki being the only person to run the Biwa Hayahide on the medium. Now, I don't know if that is particularly because nobody else has Biwa, but this is the only Biwa that we have seen for tonight. Unfortunately, we do have Awful Mood, and apparently he has been getting plagued with a bad or awful mood all this entire cup. Now, coming in at the number 3 spot, we've got Chaotic Thieves, Anime Tokai Teo. Coming in at the number 2 spot, right here, we've got Kahlua's Agnes Tachyon. And just a little bit down the road, we've got Joe's TM Opera O being our first favorite. Now, we're going to be here at the 2,000 meter Tokyo race track. It's going to be a medium. And this is going to be one that we do have to pay attention. Like I always say, this one, however, this TM Opera O, we always need to take a look at. But this TM Opera O is going to be a late surger. Typically, we see the TM Opera O's run as pace. Will that make a difference? Will she be able to push forward, grab herself first place or not? Maybe. That is going to be the key for success for TM Opera O. However, when it comes to this one right here, Agnes Tachyon, maybe she can just get her way through, never gas out, and just outrun everybody else. At least for right now, it does look like we may have a couple people who had a couple late starts. But as we're moving forward, we do have the Seiun Sky in first. We've got Biwa Hayahide from Miyuki that is also trying to fight for that first place. That's a beautiful shot right there. I love that one so very much. Sitting in third place, we've got the Smaru. And then we have our pack of pace chasers all fighting to see if they can get that good positioning. We are going to have that Agnes Tachyon at 4. We've got many Agnes Tachyons. We've got so many Tokateos as well. We have a normal and a summer special week that is also in this race. Megid Orion looks like she's gearing up to see if she can get into position to proc that unique. And TM Opera O is still gauging how the rest of this race is looking. Summer Maru is dropping behind. That's never a good thing for her. But Seiun Sky is still holding on to that first place. We know how dangerous that can be time and time again, as we see it procking so very often. TM Opera O, unfortunately, it looks like she may be getting blocked right now, and Kunimitsu's Megid Orion does get that Let's Pump Some Iron. Unfortunately, there's so many people there. It's so crowded. It's so tough to move through. The Seiun Sky is still going to hold into first place. We do have people fighting to try to make it into second, but it's still going to be held by Agnes Tachyon. It is going to be a dominating race by Seiun Sky. Third place, it is a very close fight. However, it is going to go to the outermost Agnes Tachyon. It didn't even go to the inner fight that was happening between the Megid Orion and the TM Opera O. That was actually stolen away by the data. She said, you know what? Don't even gotta worry about me. You don't even need to spotlight me, because the data says it all. She took her data book and the data says everything. And she went ahead and, I believe, took third place. Now we're gonna highlight old Miyuki's Biwa Hayahide. I even got the S on the front. That's crazy, man. Unfortunately, so just falling shy on that speed here today. Now, as we're going to take a look at our top 5, we do have Kunimitsu's Megid Orion. In the 4th spot, we do have Joe's TM Opera O. What did I tell you? It's all in the data, baby. We've got Lucky's Agnes Tachyon coming in at 3rd place. In 2nd, we've got Kalua's Agnes Tachyon as well. And coming into 1st place, once again, the ruler of the skies, aka Seiun Sky, by Trainer Smash. Look at this, Smash King's Seiun Sky. Not even 1,000 speed. Obviously, the medium S bumps it up. Angling and scheming, Cygames. Woo, Cygames. We're gonna have a talk. That is disgusting. GG's. We'll be back with our long track momentarily. Coming into the long track, it seems like all the Umas here today are ready to race. Quite literally, only normals and above. I am very happy to see that. We do have, I was like, oh, we got Kunimitsu with the Silent Suzuka for an EPU candidate. Meifu also posting up with that Silent Suzuka, as well as Kalua. Now, kind of the same story with the Daiwa Scarlet. Will they find success, or will they also fall to the wayside? We're going to have to find out momentarily. But before we do, we have in the 3rd place favorite is going to... I thought it was Notepad Gaming for a second. In the 3rd place favorite, we've got Nox's Simbali Rudolph. In the number 2 favorite, we've got Joe's Narita Taishin. And then coming in at the number 1 favorite, we do have Draguin's Tokai Teo. Now, I promise you, that is not rigged. That is just what the people are saying. We are here at... I should have said, that is what the people are saying. No Sky. Anyway, we are here at the Kokoda 2,600 meter turf track. This is going to be a long one. However, it is going to be a short, long distance track today. Y'all already know that I do enjoy having the long races. Unlike, I believe, Group A, we are not going to be raining here today. So, will this Narita Taishin post up? Will she awaken and roar into that first place, or at least top 3? Or will maybe this Tokai Teo step her way into victory? We are going to be taking a look at these other front runners. It does look like we had so many front runners with a late start. Both of the Silent Suzukas just did not look like they pushed out of the gate. Unfortunately so. We do have 1, 2 is going to be both Gundam Bourbons. I don't know whose is who, but we do have the Gundam Bourbons pushing forward. Then we also are going to have one Silent Suzuka who is just so far back. It's so unfortunate as it looks like she is a pace chaser alongside the Tokai Teo. The rest of our group is going to be filled with late and end, actually only end closers by the looks of it. We do have so many Umas in that back portion. We've got a lot of gold ships. We got a special week. We've got the Matekane Fukukitaru. We've got the Narita Taishin and the Simbali Rudolph. Will they be able to push forward? Will they be able to close the distance? Will they be able to time their maneuvers and their attacks? Or will they stay asleep and stay at the caboose of this race? 1, 2 is still going to be held by the Gundam Bourbons. 3, 4 is going to be held by those Silent Suzukas. 5 is going to go to that Tokai Teo. We're at 1,200 meters left to go in this race. The anchors have been let off. They have been let loose, and they are just still stuck in the caboose. Narita Taishin looks like she's wanting to try to do something, but she isn't moving forward yet. 1, 2 is still being held by the Gundam Bourbons. 3 is going to go to Tokai Teo. As we're in the final leg, start looking for anybody who's about to start prepping to spurt. Gundam Bourbon is one of them. She's already moving very quickly. Matekane Fukukitaru on the outside is sitting in 4th place and pushing fast. Tokai Teo moving up as well. Tokai in 2nd. Matekane Fukukitaru in 3rd. She's also pushing very quickly. We've got Simbali Rudolph and Special Week on the outer lanes that are also trying to do the same. Gundam Bourbon is showing that she is made of machine and she's still pushing. But Matekane Fukukitaru is on the outside and she's pushing hard as well. Simbali Rudolph said, you snooze, you lose, and she is gonna take it home. The Emperor has returned. She said, I'm the ruler here, baby. You gonna bow down to me. And she's gonna take 1st place. Let's go, Simbali Rudolph. Oh, man, that is crazy. That's what I like to see, man. Simbali Rudolph absolutely dominating. Woo, man. What a run. Big shout outs to Meifu for running the Silent Suzuka. Now, of course, this is a shorter long, but that doesn't necessarily mean we could potentially get away with under 1,000 stamina. That is looking a little tough, as well as the lack of that mid-game. Let's take a look at Kunimitsu's as well. And while the speed is a little bit lackluster, that is okay because that does help out with the stamina, but that power is very not as high as it needs to be. Let's see. Kalua's Silent Suzuka. Woo! Got the S long. We got the speed, but man, it is looking tough. Oh, wait, what happened here? What? And I'm telling you, man, Silent Suzuka's career is just so randomly troll. Coming into 5th place, we do have Gary's Special Week. Coming into 4th place, we've got Draguin's Tokai Teo. Coming in 3rd place, we've got Chaotic Thief's Gundam Bourbon, aka that Mihono Bourbon. In 2nd place, we've got Smash King's Matekane Fukukitaru. I believe that's actually the first time in Community Cup history that we have ever seen a Matekane Fukukitaru get top 5. Or excuse me, not even get top 5, but this one actually got 2nd place. This is absolutely crazy work for that to happen. That is awesome. And then coming into 1st place, we got Nox's Simbali Rudolph taking it home and just absolutely destroy. You know what's even funnier is that this Rudolph was in the very back, like hanging out with the gold ships and with that Matakane Fukukita dude. That is so crazy because they literally looked like they were side by side with the end closers, but these are both lates. I honestly can't believe that. Amazing race by our winners and everybody here today. GG's. We will be back with our dirt track very soon. We are back with our last qualifying race for group number C. And whoo, man, we do have a couple front running El Condor Pasas that will qualify for the EPU qualifications. However, we do have a lot of unfortunate moods here today. Me having a bad mood doesn't really matter because we are a camera Uma. And now I understand why so many of our Umas are in a less than favorable mood. That's because it is raining and I enjoy the rain. Coming in at the number 3 favorite, we do have Gary's El Condor Pasa. Coming in at the number 2 favorite, way down yonder, is going to be Joe's Taiki Shuttle. And then coming in at the number 1 favorite here, we have Nox's El Condor Pasa. Now, y'all already know the old saying here at the Kyoto 1800 meter turf, when it rains, it snores, and when I sleep, I snore. But let me tell you, these Umas today will not be snoring. They will be zooming. They will be schmoovin' and groovin' when they run in this race today. This is for all the marbles. This is for all the fame, honor, and glory. Because this is going to be a dirt track. And you know what? While it's not as popular dirt, they still do be popping off when they can. Taiki Shuttle, hoo-hoo! Somebody get me right there. Yeah, hallelujah, right here. Hallelujah. This is where I need to be. Yes, sir. Hallelujah. But when we do look at this race, these front-running El Condor Pasas are going to have to make sure they don't allow the Smart Falcon to grab first place going into that mid-leg. That's going to be very important here today. I do believe we had like 2 to 4 different front-running El Condor Pasas, and I'm very curious to see, did they get late starts? Now, when we're taking a look at this Smart Falcon, she is actually in the lead as of right now, but it looks like the El Condor Pasa is going to be able to hold it off at least momentarily. Oguri Cap is going to be trying to break through the pack of all the El Condor Pasas. She's trying her best to get into good positioning. Taiki Shuttle is also pretty far back, and I don't believe she's in a good spot for her unique to proc, but I could also be very, very wrong. The Oguri Cap is already positioned. She's primed, she's ready, and she's already fighting for second place with under 800 meters left to go in this race. El Condor Pasas held first place this entire time, and she is going to be looking to zoom as we enter into the final leg. Now they're shooting for victory procs, and that is great timing for the Taiki Shuttle as she's on the outer positioning, looking to make her way forward. Oguri Cap under 400 meters left to go. Once she hits that 200, we need to be careful. That Victoria Porplanca has proc, and now El Condor Pasa is just making so much distance. Will the Oguri be able to make will she be able to break through? I don't know, but let me tell you, the El Condor Pasa stonks ain't ever failed me, baby. Oh, sir. Oh, man, you gotta love to see it, or you might hate to see it. But let me just let you know, if you ain't got on them El Condor Pasa stonks, this is your time to go ahead and invest. Whoo! Here we have Miyuki's El Condor Pasa. We've got Nox's. Is this a... Oh, no, this is a Pace Chaser. This is a Pace. We got Meifu with the El Condor Pasa as well. We've got... Oh, snap! Draguin getting 5th place with the EPU. Getting that extra 5 points to tip the scales in his favor. That is massive. Going into 5th place, Draguin with that El Condor Pasa. Smash King coming in 4th with the Oguri Cap. We've got Joe making 3rd place with Taiki Shuttle. In 2nd, we've got Chaotic Thieves, Oguri Cap. And ain't no way, let's go, dude! We got 2 EPUs popping off here today. We've got the Kalua's El Condor Pasa. You know, just when I thought the 5th place EPU would come out and take us a lead by 1 point, Kalua said, bang, 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 not today. Let me go ahead and get them 10 points right there. GG's, that's it for our qualifiers. For anybody that is here, we're going to run the Twitch versus YouTubers final race of the night. Don't go anywhere. The poll is done. The finale has begun. We are here with our finalist from the Community Cup number 19. Unfortunately, I did not know who Lazy Arc is, so I had Cruel fill in with the next most points. So today we're going to have Marcus with the Summer Marozensky. He is a YouTuber. Chaotic Thief is going to be a Twitcher. Roy D's a Twitcher. Horion's a Twitcher. We got Feast as a YouTuber. Cruel is a Twitcher. And then we've got Lyra, Kalua, and Draguin are all YouTubers. So this is a very stacked house against the Twitchers. However, if there is one thing that we've noticed from tonight that we need to be very aware of, the 3 YouTubers, or excuse me, the 3 Twitchers are all running Seiun Sky. And that, as y'all have seen from this cup tonight, is a very scary thing. And so, you can place your bets. I think Twitch chat said that they are betting more on Twitch compared to YouTube. I think it's like 15,000 to 7. But we're going to see what happens here tonight. In the number 3 position, for the number 3 favorite, I should say, we have Draguin's Marozensky, aka a YouTuber. In the number 2 favorite, we have Kalua's Special Week Summer, by the way. And then, right here, we do have, at the number 1 favorite, is going to be Roy D's Seiun Sky. So we can already kind of picture in our minds, if Seiun Sky is going to come and take that 1st place position, she will just eventually end up with the win unless somebody can stand up against that menace. We are here with the finale at the Fukushima 2,000 meter racetrack. This is the legendary Twitch versus YouTuber finale. Who will be the winner today? Will it be the Summer Special Week? Will it be a Summer Marozensky? Will it be the ever infamous Seiun Sky? Or will it be somebody else? Ding, 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 ding. As our racers start off, it doesn't look like anybody had any late starts. Everything looks like it's going to be relatively okay. The biggest problem that we're going to be looking at right now is that the inner lane Summer Marozensky will not be able to push forward and fight for that 1st place spot because there are so many other front runners. However, I did believe and I was hoping that the outer lane Summer Marozensky would have been able to push up and really fight for 1st. However, she just cannot take a break or get a break because she is just stuck on that outer lane. So she will be running a longer race than the rest of these other Umas in theory, at least if we were to take the anime side. But this 1st place Seiun Sky is looking very, very scary. Now, off screen, we do have the Narita Taishin. She is asleep, and I don't know if she's going to start running. I will say it is not looking good for her because we are about to enter into this final leg with 800 meters left to go in this race, and 1st place is not even being contested. Seiun Sky is holding strong, and she is angling, and she is scheming. And let me tell you, she is taking off like the rocket going into the sky. I don't even know what we're saying, but let me tell you, Seiun Sky is there. It doesn't even look like it's going to be close. We do have, however, the Summer Special Week trying to gain the ground and make up the distance, but it's just too late. She's just too far gone. This Seiun Sky said, hey, you could try, but it's too late, partner. Seiun Sky gonna take first place. I don't even need to change the screen because you already know Twitchers have taken first place. All the odds against them. It was like 3 versus 6, and they still came out putting up an incredible fight. So coming in at 9th place, we do have Horion, who is going to be a Twitcher. We've got Lyra, a YouTuber. Marcus, a YouTuber. Beast, a YouTuber. Chaotic Thief, a YouTuber. Draguin, a YouTuber. 3rd place going to Roy D with the Seiun Sky, a Twitcher. Kahlua, 1.5 lengths away from even being close with the Summer Special Week. And then Cruel, the Dark Horse, the Unknown, the fill-in slot. All I gotta say is if Lazy Ark is a YouTuber, then technically the win would go to a YouTuber. But because I have no idea on what side Lazy Ark is, I just went with the whoever had the lowest amount of people. That's where Cruel's gonna run, and Cruel ran for YouTube. So if Lazy Ark is a YouTuber, in the books, the YouTubers will get the win. However, at least the cash shmoney goes to the Twitchers at the end of the day. GG's, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for being here for Community Cup number 19. I really do appreciate y'all. I could never do this without y'all. I always hope that y'all have a fun time here. If you do want to catch this live, I do stream it at twitch.tv/Tuglow, as well as YouTube, LOL Tuglow OP. You can catch me live on Tuesdays around 9:30 p.m. Central Time for the beginning of this cup, and as time goes on, you can grab in later groups if you need to or if you want to participate. Also, I do want to say thank you to the participants once again. Be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. Be sure to follow on Twitch and do all of the good stuff. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. Thank y'all so much for participating, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace!